register their own lobbies for their own interests. For example, as we are talking here, as we are seated here today, we have the Kenya Cooperative, we have the Kenya Coffee KCPA. We have the KCPA as a lobby group for coffee farmers. We have the NACHU representing the 16 unions. And in this country, we have about that 3 county coffee growing, three coffee growing counties in this country. There are only 16. We have another one for the estates, the 3 of them. Tunataka kusema, tungetaka kuanza leo. Like waziri wa kilimo alisema, all the licenses shall be registered. We also request that anybody claiming to be a farmer representative in terms of lobbying, those lobby groups, should be registered, and the farmers, they'll all be put in place. And the farmers, right from the grassroots to the national, let's have a body that is farmer representative. That is a humble request, and we hope that the relevant bodies, like the Parliament, Senate, will assist in drafting of the laws in regard to this issue of the National Coffee Federation. Thank you.
Your Excellency, also, as we bring up the issue of the federations, we also ask the Parliament and the Senate to consolidate and harmonize all these laws and the regulations governing the coffee industry to reduce uncertainty, multiple and conflicting regulations to stabilize the coffee industry for the benefit of the growers. As we said, and we'll keep repeating, these regulations are too many, and the farmers, we really do not know the law ourselves. Also, and these licenses are also being charged, and that's why we are requesting these regulations. When someone is registered as a grower, that is an estate or a cooperative society, let that certificate that you get, the initial one, isimamie mkulima kuanzia production to the market, and if possible, to the cap for the value addition. Because here we are talking about the value chain in coffee. But going back to the 2019 regulations, I'm supposed only to be a coffee farmer. My children, my great-grandchildren cannot do any other activity along the coffee value chain. And we want to bring the youth into coffee. Now, if my sons cannot do value addition in the coffee, then why is it that I'll die being a grower throughout my life? So let us look at that and that 2019 regulation.
We are just about to come to the end. So the next one is to encourage youth and women participation. Constitutional gender rule to apply and a slot for youth be set up. Your Excellency, the growers commit to involve younger generation in coffee production. That's what my governor here talked about when he said that we as the older people should at least try and give pieces, a few trees to our young people. So because of time, I want to attack Marisa haraka haraka.
Yeah, so let's finish. So, also, we need the digitization of the coffee value chain end-to-end to ensure traceability and security by safeguarding against theft and cherry-oaking, including geomapping and tree sensors. The government, through the Coffee Board, established a digitization system, and the Coffee Board mandated to monitor and enforce these safeguarding standards. The reason being, even the statistics that we have here, the Coffee Directorate normally calls you and asks you how many trees do you have. So as much as we are talking of the 700 to 800,000 smallholders, we are not sure how many are we, even for the government, for the accountability, and also as they support us with the subsidy. Then, Your Excellency, sir, on the transition, if Your Excellency find it appropriate, you may consider including a few growers representing the cooperative societies and estates together with your office and other stakeholders and any other relevant office to firm up the roadmap of achieving these and further solutions to come for the revitalizations of the coffee sector. This was mandated to us, 13 of us, after we ended the first meeting yesterday from 5 p.m., and it's when we were able to consolidate that. That is the position of the farmers and what they resolved yesterday. Thank you very much.
Last but not least, Your Excellency, farmers are losing too much or a lot of money when it comes to packaging materials. We have the export bags. One export bag, which holds 60 kilograms of clean coffee, goes for $3.5 today. Imagine how much the coffee farmer is losing. So we are humbly requesting the government to zero rate hii mambo ya magunia, so that at least those about $3 or $2 when it goes to the farmer, that is about we are losing about over 400 shillings per one bag, and we believe that the farmer will actually benefit. Having said that, Your Excellency, sir, what I've just presented for your consideration was drafted by the following select members as listed below on behalf of other coffee farmers. We thank you for taking time in your busy schedule to listen to the farmers and their proposals. We believe this is a government that will change the coffee sector for the benefit of farmers. God bless you, Your Excellency. God bless Kenya. Thank you all.
Your Excellency, that is what was agreed yesterday. But it's good I state that the farmers had come up with only one proposal. First of all, to aggregate their coffee. The way Madam Barire was saying, we aggregate our coffee, we bring coffee from a certain factory there, another one here, another one here. If we want to buy, whether you are in Kenya or you are outside Kenya, let's compete when coffee is aggregated. The second reason as to why that one will work very, very well, the stealing of cherry and the issue of cherry hawking will end. Because once we have rules which will govern those, and one of the main problems in coffee is cherry hawking at the moment. If that one will end, and then we make it to sell our coffee, when aggregated, the way they do it elsewhere, we are going to sell at more than 200 in the next 1 year. And the farmers were asking themselves, if we produce 3,000 metric tons in the next 10 years, and is paid at the lowest, the way they are paying in Ethiopia, at 150, if you calculate that very well, the money which is going to get into the farmer's pocket is 270 billion. That is possible. And I would like here to talk about some things anyway. One of them is chemicals, the chemicals we are applying. And that is why we talked about CRI. Some countries like Japan are almost refusing to take our coffee. In fact, they wrote a letter last year that they will not be taking our coffee if such chemical residues are going to be found in our coffee. So we must streamline this sector. I think we are done. And if you have any question as to why that aggregation of coffee cannot work, ask the farmers now.
Let those two farmers get back there. The three of you, you sit there, mpatu your microphone.
Good.
Then we interrogate
the two farmers.
Warudi hapo.
Kujeni.
Patia microphone hapo. Tuko na maswali mingi.
Sawa. Wakulima wale wawili, kuna mkulima mmoja anaitwa Festus Bet. Ako karibu.
Mnaweza hata waongeza wajae hiyo viti.
Okay.
Iko viti 8.
Yes. Kuna mkulima mmoja ningetaka akuje, ni chairman wa the largest cooperative society in Kenya, inaitwa Faragwe from Kirinyaga. Last year they produced 15 million kgs of coffee, once cooperative, more than many counties combined. So the chairman, Faragwe, is here. We can also have the chairman of Kapungetune. Chairman Kapungetune, you are here. Chairman Kapungetune, come. And finally, let's have Chairman Daruine Coffee Farmers. The reason being, it's the only coffee factory in Kenya which has been paying more than 100 bob for the last 9 years. So they deserve that. And okay, before we start, I would like to state this. The highest we have seen so far, especially in Mount Kenya this year, was 102 shillings per kg.